this is my personal opinion. You know, people don't have to share my personal opinion with me, but I think in order for, you know, communities and stuff to become better, I think we need to become better fathers, because that's where it starts from. That's where it comes from. You see the policeman that shoots men unrightfully, you know, just with no justice and no feelings in his heart, and just is out there just killing innocent people. I wonder what his father taught him. I wonder what principles and morals his father put in his heart for him to just do things like that. The gang member that's out there running around in the streets shooting motherfuckers up. I wonder what his father put in his heart and in his mind. You know, women that are becoming hookers out there in the streets setting motherfuckers up and people dying because of a woman. I wonder what they put in her heart, you know what I'm saying? So it really comes down to us being better fathers to our own kids. I don't blame the government. I don't blame conspiracy and bullshit like that. We need to stop thinking like that. That's not true. Shit ain't gotta do nothing with the government. Because see, I've been in another country where you really don't have no opportunity. You really don't have any rights. There's real corruption. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people will know that till they go to another country and live there and know what it's like. See, in the United States, you have a lot of opportunity. School is free. In other countries, school is not free. You have to pay for every single book when you're in the first, second grade. We need to take advantage of education. We need a lot more people from the hood to defend the hood. We need a lot more artists to spread love into the hood. We need them to fix the hood. For instance, Dr. Dre is a billionaire. He's from Compton. There should be a university there in Compton, funded by Dr. Dre, the billionaire. It bothers me when I see artists like Dr. Dre that comes from Compton and Jimmy Iovine from Interscope, who had a lot of artists from the streets. I hate it when those type of people give a lot of money to universities like USC when the hood needs money. USC doesn't need money. And these places, you can't go to school if your parents don't pay for you to go to that school. So how does it make any sense for a person that has billions of dollars to give money to people who already have money? How does that make any sense? There is no answer to that. I think that's just a politically correct move to make, but we gotta stop that shit. We gotta stop being politically correct. We gotta do shit for our people where you came from. Because guess what? All these fucking rappers that are coming out from the hood, the people who supported you and bought your shit the first time was us. Us people from the hood. It wasn't a fucking university. People that are at the university didn't buy your shit. And that's a fucking fact. So we gotta be open to that. We gotta have a clear mind of what it really is. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Los Angeles. I drive through Compton all of the time. The streets are dirty. There's gang members out there losing their lives. There's real active motherfuckers over there. There's no love being brought into the hood. We need to bring love to the hood. I think when you have more money, you have more power. I think there should be peace concerts, the same way that Tupac used to speak about this. All the artists from those cities should do free concerts for the kids. Have somebody go out there and talk about some real knowledge shit. All that money that you raise from those fucking concerts, build a school, give it away to certain people that don't have money for school. Go to high schools, find out who was the best fucking student, give them all the money so they can represent the hood. I think this world is more about being politically correct, and we make our own decisions to make this world more fucked up. See, people have this illusion about Illuminati and a higher power fucking controlling things and killing people, and it's none of that. The next man in your hood is gonna be the one killing you, and that's the truth. People might not want to admit this shit and, you know, be all polluted and fucking brainwashed by YouTube fucking videos that talk about Illuminati. Well, guess who made that Illuminati video? A fucking nerdy kid and shit in his fucking room. He put that shit together, not Illuminati. So where you getting your information from and your facts is coming from a little nerdy kid and shit who put that fucking thing together. Put all those little effects and shit and all those little fucking graphics of Bush with horns and, you know, all that stupid shit. It was a kid who did that. Let's be fucking real. And who's killing the hood? The hood is killing the hood. Gangs are killing the hood. Drugs killing the hood. We doing that shit to ourselves. And the day we all understand that, the day we all have that worry and concern about us as people, then we'll change. But it's never gonna happen. Even on the comments, you're gonna notice extremely nerdy people with knowledge saying that's not the reason why. It's because of this. I come from the hood. We live in the hood. You scholars and people that are coming from college can never tell us how we moving in the hood because you don't live there. You don't know what it's like to have graffiti on the wall that says you are not welcome there. If you come through, you're gonna get shot. How do you explain that? You can't, because you don't live there. Now, with that being said, we all gotta care about each other. We all gotta forget about this racist shit. We all gotta forget about that you're Mexican or you're black or you're fucking white. Not all white people are racist. We gotta take that away from our fucking mind. Not every fucking black person hates on Mexicans or Mexicans hate black people. That's done. That's over with. That's been done over with. The second you continue on having these thoughts, you're giving that more energy. You're putting that into existence. See me, I'm very proud of being Mexican. I love my people, but I'm not gonna pollute the next mind of my other homies and tell them, make them believe that we need to consider racism. I don't consider racism. I don't consider it with my people in my studio, in my squad. I don't consider that shit. I don't even understand what racism is. Why? Because I'm just a man. I'm just a normal man like any other man trying to survive in this cold world. You know, the contribution I make for the hood and my community is I don't work with organizations. I don't work with programs. Even though it's extremely dangerous, I put my life in danger. And I go and I give away turkeys directly to the people, from my hands to theirs. School supplies to people, from my hands to theirs. I don't care how many people it is. I don't need helpers. I don't need none of that. I just put it on the internet. I tell them to come through. And I do this in very dangerous, violent areas. And I'm gonna tell you why. Most of us wanna believe in God, but none of us wanna do the things God did. And I mean Jesus Christ. None of us want to be amongst the poor. None of us wants to be amongst the killers and the dangerous people. Especially when you have money and you have popularity. You want to do it through programs and other things, but you got to do it. I think that was a very big example that Jesus trying to display to all of us as humans. Once you have power, once you have money, you should walk amongst the worst people and give them some type of light of hope. So that's what I do. I do it directly into the hoods. And you know, I do something that always touched my heart when I was a little kid. I used to hate going to school, not having a haircut. I used to hate it, and these are the times, you know, in middle school times. I used to hate it so much, man. Because I used to see the other cool kids, the popular kids, you know, being all nice cut, nice shoes and all of that. And I used to tell myself, man, at least if I'm not gonna have nice shoes and the rest, I should at least have a good haircut, Mom, at least. That was impossible for myself. So now, you know, I'm back to school. What I have been doing throughout the years, since my shit's been popping, I always give away free haircuts to kids everywhere. I've done it in Compton, I've done it in Southgate, different places in Los Angeles. I'm gonna continue on doing it as you know, as my career moves on, as I get more money, more power, more influence. I'm gonna continue on giving that example on how the streets are what we've made and what we make. You know, the consequences are there because we made that shit. A lot of people are not conscious of this, but you know, in LA, when you do a crime, if you're from a gang, they put gang allegations on you. You gotta do 10 more years added on to the regular crime that you did. So if you did a crime, it carried 2 years, 3 years, now you're gonna do 13 because you're from a gang. You know, we gotta have a conscious mind that the government didn't do this to us. A white evil man didn't come up with this on his laptop. We came up with that. How? Because we did so much damage and so much harm to our people in the ghetto that they have to bring in a law that teaches us that we have to be stopped at some point. And, you know, you can look at it however you want, but that's the truth. Remember, everyone that's looking at this, so much work that the homies put in, it equal to that. That's what really is equivalent to all the work you put in. Laws and shit that damages the new people coming. But overall, we just need to care for each other. And If that don't happen, then it don't matter who's president. We're just gonna keep fucking ourselves up.
It's bigger than just one hit. It's more like longevity at the end of the day. So just with that understanding, them understanding that I'm in a blessed position, you know, creatively, you know, to continue doing what I've been doing, you know, and that's taking music to the next level and keeping it original.
One of my favorite verses is So Dope with Tech N9ne because he sent me a song. The girl that doesn't talk about sex sent me the most sexual song ever. And he was like, well, get on it. And I was like,
just out of all the talking and smoking and noise and laughing, he just goes, I'm ready. And he's like, what are you talking about? You just sitting there. What are you talking about? And he goes in the fucking booth and he's like, when the Remy's in my system, ain't no telling. He's like, hold on, let me do it again. About maybe 2-3 times, and then he just goes.
It was like, yo, Cap, like, I fuck with you, bro. Like, you can, all these beats, like, you can have all these beats you want right here. And I remember we went to the last beat. He was like, this beat right here, though, this is the one you gotta do tonight, though. This is the one right here.